Hey Rebels. Okay, so the song that I heard before I flipped over that card that is on the table is Mariah Carey, Gotta Shake It Off. And the only part that keeps on playing is Gotta Shake It Off. Says, Gotta do what's best for me, baby. I just need, gotta shake it off. That's it. Baby, I just gotta shake it off because I gotta do what's best for me. All right. And then as soon as this tower came out, I heard Let It All Work Out, that chorus part of the song in Lil Wayne's Let It All Work Out. So what are we shaking off? What are we shaking off? And what do we need to let just work out? Because the tower is in the center of this entire read. Nine of Pentacles. The Queen of Wands. And in the other direction, the Spirit was cards. Give us cards. Ooh, just this feeling of anticipation. Okay. Oh, six of swords. The star. Oh my gosh. Page of Pentacles. And then Five of Cups. Oh wow. At the bottom, we have the Four of Cups. Oh my gosh. All right. All right. Let's go ahead and deep dive into this. Okay, so here with the Four of Cups, you see a child, kindergarten age, I'm going to say more so first grade, spilled water on her paper, colorful water at that. She's frustrated, but she doesn't see behind her that there's a helping hand, that her teacher is standing there with patience, willing to, not willing to, but already having another cup with the same color water for it and a fresh sheet of paper. So, Rebels, we are here in the energy of someone, be it you, be it someone else, but I'm ultimately feeling Rebel Spirit is talking to you. New beginnings. New beginnings. And I know you've been hearing so much about new beginnings, but you have been holding on so tight to a way of being that Spirit obviously created a tower in your life of something that you felt was so promising, that you was just so sure of, and Spirit snatched it away from you. So here with with this four of cups, Spirit is telling you, if only you allow them to help, if only you just look behind yourself just a little bit to see that there is support there. And we're not speaking of your past, past people and stuff that you left behind, but look around you. There is spirit, there is others, there are other ways of doing things that are useful to this new beginning, that it is that you have your mind set on, that your heart desires, that you just feel like it had to be built this way, it had to be made this way. Spirit said, no, you're being very tedious and they need you to let go of it. Let it go, okay? Here with Five of Swords. You are reflecting on your mourning periods, the memories of, and not realizing that Spirit is here with you still. So you have a guy here in mourning, right here, looks like an altar, and even some would say a shrine of loved ones who they lost. And the spirit of your loved ones is here. Don't make me cry. Don't make me cry. The spirit of your loved ones is here with you, working with you through this. They just need you to know that they are here, and allow your stubbornness to be set to the side. Part of this new beginning that I am also feeling is a new way of seeing you. You have been holding on so strongly to something, someone, a certain aspect, way of being, a someone who you've been, not a someone out there, but a someone of a certain way of you being. It's time to stop putting up so much of a fight and resisting yourself seeing you and living you differently. The Queen of Wands, you are definitely a self-made person. You have had to endure so much through your life by yourself, dealing with other people's disagreements, dealing with other people trying to force fit you into what they wanted their lives to be. And the fact that you have had to fight so hard to not be what they wanted you to be and to show yourself, and to not be how they wanted you to be and to be able to show yourself, has caused you to manage yourself in a way that has not gotten a chance to live life and realize that there's going to be mistakes, there's going to be ups and downs, there's going to be challenges, and everything does not have to be perfect. You are perfect. Okay, you are perfect, even with your mistakes, even with your flaws. Because remember, had you not been conditioned in life the way that you were to realize those mistakes, those ways of being that you accepted and that you just abided by, had you not had all that, you wouldn't even get to this point. So now Spirit wants you to understand, even though you were parented the wrong way, so you perceived, even though you were guided the wrong way, so you perceived, now it's time to own up to the misguided steps of your own, where you have even tapped in to ignore Spirit to say, you know what? Nah, I got this. Now you know what? I need this right now. So you tuned out Spirit when Spirit was there. Why do y'all got me crying? When Spirit was there talking to you and guiding you, letting you know what? There was You have identified yourself as one who does not take shortcuts, but there has been so many shortcuts that you have taken because you felt that there were certain ways of doing things that you knew for a fact this would get it done. But even knowing that it would get it done, you avoided so many lessons that was necessary for you to be able to be taught. Confirmation. So the way that you have dealt with staying on top of things and doing your damnness and your best to make sure that nothing falls apart. Spirit needs for you to relax, and not relax because you see the Nine of Pentacles here, but more so relax and realize that what's in you is in you. All right, but there's so much more in you that is trying to come to surface, but due to you feeling like you have these set ways of being, confirmation, due with you feeling like these set ways of being and these non-negotiables are necessary. Okay, and alarms are going off, are necessary for you to keep intact. You have been so uptight like a thong up ass. Okay, you've been a pain to deal with, but Spirit loves you. Okay, Spirit says that you are definitely a very fruitful person, and that there is so much more that they want to bring you into tune with yourself about, but they need you to relax. So let it all work out. They're burning down. They're burning this tower. This tower is being burned down, and they're forcing you to watch it all crumble. They're forcing you to deal with the feelings that you have that comes to surface as you see all this crumble. And I'm feeling this energy of so much of you knows that how you feel after and once this house, hopefully it's not somebody's actual house, but depending on it may actually be, once this gets burnt down, you are able to rebuild on a brand new foundation because that land is still yours. That identity is still yours. It's just going to be a new structure to you. All right. So those feelings that come up, this is not for you to throw a tantrum of, oh my goodness, after everything that I've done and after everything that I worked so hard for. This is a way for you to see that you no longer fit into that old habitat and way of being. That way that you were was necessary for a point in time in your life on your timeline. But it cannot come with you in these bigger, brighter places and help you build this new structure that Spirit wants to build in collaboration with you. It is time to move on and about. It is time for that child in you to grow up with every lesson that you have learned, with every lesson that you, your adult self, has learned to nurture yourself with. It is time for you to let that child grow up. Okay, oh my goodness, y'all got me emotional. There were wishes that you made that you constantly, unbeknownst to you, when you were in your most emotional state, when you said those prayers of forgiveness, when you said those prayers of releasing, there was a point in those prayers that you do not recall yourself saying, because you were so invested in letting go of that grief, because you were so invested in letting go of the pain that you were feeling, that you just spewed out so much. But there's one particular point in these prayers that you expressed and spirit heard you. It was your most painful point. It was also the point of you that the point of view and the point of you that you somehow, once you came out of those tearful moments, those tearful prayers, and you shook it off and you got back to doing you forgot. You forgot. You didn't tap back into that space of what caused that release to be able to be had. So here with the page, oh my gosh, y'all got me. I'm not crying, but definitely, got me worked up. So here with the Page of Pentacles, as we said before, this is a new, solid beginning. You are investing in yourself, being able to have that free time, being able to enjoy the qualities of life, and know that you've put in so much work on your inner self, on your identity, in your character. Those parts of you aren't going anywhere. But Spirit wants you to be able to look around and see your rewards and feel your abundance versus feeling like you're chasing after it all the time. So there's so much that needs to be torn down in order for you to be able to realize how much you have actually gained and how much you have actually invested. And Spirit would like to reward you. But in order to reward you, you need to be okay with this is past, present, current, a future. Once again, educational purposes, entertainment purposes, use your own discernment of how this fits into your life. Spirit would like to reward you and give you that acknowledgement by giving you this newness to look at, this newness to be able to live in the presence of. Now, I don't know where we're going here. It get kind of scary with the Kipperish, but and then that's crazy because when I heard Mariah Carey, Shake It Off, I also heard Mariah Scary. So if your name is Mariah, oh yeah, you being called out, honey. It's scary. We understand it's scary. Yeah, it's time to travel about and move on. It's time to travel about and move on this way. Priestess. Achievement. The way. Transition. Work, labor, and efforts. Twin flame. And at the bottom, we have false. We're going to sit this right here. And then at the top, we have endings. At the bottom, awakening. Ain't that some Blues Clues, clueless? Honey, it was coming in. So, Mariah, you scary. It gets scary out here. It definitely does. When you are when you are venturing off to places that you have never been before, even if it's something that you desire for a long time, even if it's something that you bitch kicked and screamed in a tantrum of, knowing like, I want this so bad. Why is it not showing up? Part of the reason why it's not showing up is because of you. Because you won't let go of what it is that you have for what it is that you can have. Right? You won't let go of what it is that you had that no longer works and function. You trying to use that phone, trying to, the screen glitching on you, but you're like, I can still see something. The screen cracked on you, but you know what? I can still, if I do it this way, you learning how to work with things that have already shown that they're giving up on you. You may not even be one to follow trends, but Spirit said, treat yourself. Treat yourself and feel that liveliness of being able to have something new. You may not have been one to even wait in a line to get something that was new. To be one of those people to say, you know what, I got it and nobody else in the world got it. You have so much that no one else in the rest of this world has as a combination of themselves. you have to understand how unique you are. You have to understand how worthy it is that you are. And you have to understand that if you don't move out the way, Spirit is going to move you out the way. And they're going to force this tower to fall. And you know what, honey? You don't want to come up out this house running with your hair caught on fire. And then saying, oh, wait, you know what? This is what Miss Cariffa said was going to happen. So, you know what? Let me put this fire out in my hair and let me, just take this all in and remember this moment. No, you want to leave. You want to leave before this happens. All right. You want to let go. You want to exile whatever this energy is before this energy comes in to show you that you can be exiled with it. All right. So I don't know if this is a work situation, if this is family, if this is a, twin flame, honey. Let's go talk about it. Spirit says stop. Put your hand right here and talk about it. It is the falsehood of that you need the support of anybody else. The falsehood of feeling like you can do all of this by yourself. The falsehood of feeling like that the only one who you're willing to grow with has to be your love match. Now the twin flames show you. They show you what it is that you don't know about yourself. They trigger you. So it is the falsehood of your idea of feeling like in order for me to start this, I need this. So for instance, just for example, trigger warning for those who might find themselves triggered. In a romantic sense, women tend to look at men in regards of, oh my goodness, he got us a house, or he bought me a house. Now, the question is, if the man really respected and appreciated himself, why would he wait for a relationship to get himself a house? Now, yes, we can figure up a couple of excuses. He does not want to buy a house because who knows how many kids this woman that he takes on may have. Who knows how many kids this woman that he takes on may want or they may wind up creating. So therefore, why would you solely purchase a house or land if you aren't going to already have set in your mind, this is exactly how many rooms I need. This is exact. Spirit said, be okay with getting that land and rebuilding it for every different era of you that is to come, because you will be able to afford it. All right. You are the land. Your body is your temple, but yet and still there are temples outside of you that are waiting for you to understand that you are worthy of it. Just stop being Mariah Scary and start building. The Spirit will guide you as you need to be guided. And so you don't feel any regrets now, any remorse. But now also, yep, see how it's something, that's when they say you're not listening. When someone's talking and as soon as they stop talking, you got something to say. So somebody not listening. Right? I'm hearing a whole bunch of now excuses. Now there's also this energy of, but you're a financial type of thinker, right? You rather buy something that you know you're gonna only need to buy one time. So you don't want to buy, let's say, the dollar store version of it, and let's say a charger, right? You don't want to spend $17 or $70 a year going to get replacement chargers from the dollar store. You want to go get that charger that you want, and you just want to buy it that one time. Even that's going to need to be replaced. Even that would need to be repaired. So Spirit said, trust. You have to trust and you have to let go of the financial strain that you're putting on yourself to feel that you are not abundant enough to get what it is that you need or get what it is that you want right now, because you want to do a one purchase buy and then that be it. Because then that's the mindset that it is that you're giving Spirit, right? Spirit said, get what it is that you want, all right? Get what it is that you need, and know that Spirit will direct you in the guidance and love that you will need to be able to continue to supplement and supply yourself going forward. All right. No, spare nothing on yourself. Okay. Don't spare anything on you. Don't want somebody else to spare you. Haven't do the same with yourself. So that same energy that you expect of others to give to you, you need to show up in that energy. And so you can get in alignment of that. Okay, here we go. Ooh, 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 ooh. Nope, they say here. All right. So what more is it that you want the rebels to know? And it says it's always tea time endless moments. Mm-hmm. It's always tea time. So it's always going to be something that's going to happen. And you cannot defeat Mother Nature. You cannot defeat causes of destruction. Shit happens. All right. But Spirit wants you to live in your best life. All right. And then you have use your time well. Look, I don't even use your time well. Make every moment count. Okay. And then it says, message from a rabbit, service to the animal world. Mm-hmm. 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 Okay. Then you have growing up, honey. Growing up. Waiting to grow in experiences. Waiting to grow in experiences. Spirit is waiting for you. Right? Right here, you have, okay, nature communication. Okay, natural communication, nature communication, natural communication. I read that two different ways. Okay, elemental messengers. Elemental messengers, honey. I'm steady. My eyes are steady going back to that house that is on fire. That tower. I was about that tire. All right. So third wheels. All right. Wake up. It's your moment. What a way to segue into third wheels. I wasn't even thinking. Oh, okay. Then we got two. It says you are rare and free. There is not many like you. Didn't we say it? There's not many like you. And it says, who in the world? Oh, wait, who in the world are you? Who in the world are you? Getting to know the new you. It's always going to be something that happens, but you are very well equipped. Spirit just needs you to trust that Spirit and your ancestors are there for you, and let up and live. And if you need to cry, because I'm telling you, the emotions, where did they go? Where did they go, George? If you need to cry, confirmation. The Spirit said, go have that good cry with yourself again and let it all out. You've been so strong for so long. You've been holding it in. Go ahead and go have that good cry and hear yourself this time. Feel yourself this time. They don't care if you are dogged out on the floor and if your makeup is, whatever the hell makeup does with the tears. I don't know what kind of makeup you got, honey. I don't know if it's the inexpensive stuff or if it's the expensive stuff. Confirmation. Spirit said, go ahead, have a good cry with yourself. Relieve yourself of what you have been avoiding to show that you are so strong, because there's also strength in releasing and relieving yourself of the pressures of. It says, find the lesson at the bottom. Find the lesson, discover the purpose in a situation. Trust that you are learning. At the top, we have painting the roses red, covering your errors. Honey, so that's what you've been doing. You've been painting the roses red, not realizing that leave the roses as they are. Leave the roses as they are. Whatever type of flowers it is that you identify yourself with, leave them as they are. Because guess what? They'll come back and bloom. And they're going to come back and they're going to bloom anew. And if you don't like whatever color they are, honey, go get you another batch. It's the seeds that you are planting within yourself. Okay? So at the bottom, it says, we are all mad. This is so funny. We are all mad here. Everyone is a little different. Okay? So it is okay for you not to be perfect. It is okay for others to witness that you're not perfect. Now, once again, use your discernment, because you know that there's those little triggers around you that's waiting for you to fall apart. And then the trick of the trade is that moment that they see you fall apart, they don't realize it's just a moment. Even though they right there like, oh, I'll catch you. No, that's just a moment. Because even as easily as you could drop a tear, honey, you could sit on there and wipe that mug and be like, you know what, you thought you had a fool. Okay. Now, Spirit said we may move along. Oh, caught it right in the lap. So you have the Knight of Wands that came out with the Empress like this. So let's just do this like this. All right. The Knight of Wands that came out with the Empress. You are mystical. You are even a myth to most. You are ancient. You have so much ancient wisdom inside of you. But just because you have so much wisdom inside of you does not mean that you cannot nurture yourself. in this free spirited energy just as well. I hear you. If life lessons was a book, honey, you've been hitting these books hard. Okay, Spirit wants you to free yourself of feeling that, not that you should be in this lustful energy of, oh my goodness, I'm gonna be lustful and undisciplined. No, Spirit say you respect yourself more than that. So you have to trust yourself with with your free spirited, speedy ass energy. Okay. Because it's a lot gonna come at you fast, but you have to trust that you're gonna be able to have that discernment of yourself. All right, this it's time to get out of hermit mode. I'm here. It's time to get out of hermit mode. Okay, it's time to fire yourself up, honey. Shoot, summer is right around the corner. Go enjoy yourself. Yes, you know you have a very healthy balance when it comes to your work, but when it comes to you living life is knowing that you are worthy, you have difficulty with that. Okay, and I've got the stinky face on. You have difficulty with that. It's like, oh well, I was just at my friend's house last night. No, that wasn't it. That wasn't it. That was safe for you. Okay, Spirit wants you to really see yourself that you are the life of the experience. All right. So then you have the Page of Swords. We want to take this one here. Up and there they go again. Here they go again. Confirmation. Baby. Okay. Up and Queen of Cups. And at the end, or should I say at the beginning? Oh, interesting. Uh-huh. The eight. Yep, we shuffling again. Uh-huh. Oh. All right. All right. Okay, all right. Okay. We gonna come down this way. Ooh, uh-huh. Okay, so I'm being told to do this, but I'm also being told to do that. Oh, baby. And at the bottom, you have the sun. Okay, so Spirit said, it's time. Don't wait. Don't wait for somebody else to come along and remove you from these blindfolds and set you free. We said that over here, didn't we? Because I'm expressing that because if you look at this card, he done stuck his knife right here, and he deeply invested and curious of what the rest of her face looked like. Because remember during, that situation a couple of years ago where all of us was locked up in the house for years, and we were seemingly on outside punishment. Yeah, we had on the mask down here, and you saw people's eyes, but you couldn't put together the whole face, right? But and this person right here, they're very curious, right? But it's kind of like this Sleeping Beauty effect of, this person is going to try to claim ownership, because I'm seeing this person being the same person right here. I'm looking at the facial structure. They're the same person. All right. So Spirit is saying, release yourself, free yourself, because not that you should have a fear of someone else coming along and freeing you. You don't want to internalize the fact that it took someone else for you to be able to see yourself. And that's a lot of the work that you have constantly done, the internalizing of you needing someone else to say you're sorry, that they're sorry. You needing someone else to admit or step to the plate of how they did you wrong. You didn't need no one else. And you witnessed that of yourself. You did not need anyone else to help you through all your woundings. You coached yourself, and Spirit was there right along with you. And you had no problem with calling to your ancestors for direction and for guidance for you to be able to heal your woundings, right? So when it comes to you and you living this free spirited life, honey, take yourself out on a date. And I'm not saying take yourself out on a cheap date, like a cheap date or a cheat date of, overconsumption and all that stuff, of splurging, overly splurging or anything. But take yourself out on a date. Don't wait for someone else to come along and say, you know what, I got tickets to this concert, or, I got reservations for. Make those reservations for yourself. And don't worry about what anybody else think about, you being by yourself. Because remember, those be those my man type people. And they can't afford certain things themselves. So they wait for other people to experience that, for, pull them into those experiences. Spirit wants you to Know that you are worthy, even when no one else is around. Know that you are worthy, even when no one else is around to coach you or to praise you and to celebrate you and be supportive of you. With the Queen of Cups here, you are completely capable of this yourself, and you deserve to live this experience now, not waiting. Okay, stop lying in a wait for somebody else to come along for you to be able to, because there's so much that is passing you by. There is so much that has passed you by already. So stop being Mariah Carey. Shake this shit off and live your life. And who knows, you might meet a collective group of people in that space, seeing you enjoying yourself so much. Not that they're trying to kidnap you or anything, but that they like, you know what? That person over there matches our energy. Even if we don't see them after this event, let's go over there and, invite them to share in this energy with us. Their energy with yours and yours with theirs, okay? Nobody is trying to steal from you. Right? Spirit just wants to give you a different perspective and a different view of life. You might be tightly scheduling yourself even. I gotta do this at this time, and if you got kids, believe me, I completely understand. Especially when you have kids, it's not seemingly. You definitely work around your kid's schedule of what it is that you can do. Spirit said, prepare yourself the night before. Get yourself ready the night before, and so that next day you can just go do something. Plan something for yourself for no reason at all other than you are doing something for yourself, and watch how your energy rises even more than it has rise with all this wisdom that you've been taking in, honey. Spring break just passed, summer vacation finna come. Honey, there's always gonna be an opportunity of something. You may feel like you don't have support from others to help you with your kids if you do have kids, or support from others to watch your dog or anything. Honey, you're not around them 24/7. So stop making that excuse. Whip your life into shape, and so you can enjoy the abundance that you have accumulated. All right. So here with this wine, so honey, I usually take this as somebody is looking over somebody else's shoulder, like, yeah, I'm standing here acting like I'm you. With this spirit said, don't pay attention to others. Don't pay attention to other people. Let them watch. Let them watch. As long as you know that their energy isn't stating that they're going to try to snatch you up, you are perfectly fine. You learned when to move around. You have had so many different obstacles within these past years that showed you when you need to move around, that showed you when you make yourself vulnerable and that you're not paying attention to yourself. Spirits, honey, it's time to stop being so defensive. It's time to stop being so protective over yourself that you don't trust yourself out in the environment where you should just genuinely be there to have fun. Okay? All right. Here with the pages. Oh, confirmation. With the Page of Swords, get curious about life again. Get curious about freedom. Your inner child. It says new availabilities. Just drop down message, new availabilities. With this, your inner child is definitely so curious to what it's like to not live in that realmness of stress. What it's like to just do something without feeling like you need to plan meticulously. All right. Get out there, live free, be free. You know that you're a responsible person. Once again, that's not going anywhere. So Spirit is giving that tower. Don't forget that tower is back there. This tower is burning down. This tower is coming down. London Bridge is falling down and being rebuilt into a Golden Gate Bridge. Okay? Different location, even. Different name. Name it whatever you want to. Like Spirit said, let it all work out. Okay? Trust yourself and don't do your best. Do your best to trust yourself with as little and as limited a fear as possible. All right. So maybe you need to plan this if you're going to plan anything. You know how you used to do, well, how some relationships they do, oh, Friday nights, this is date night. Make it a date night for yourself. You've been doing staycay vacations. Spirit said, get out there and actually take a vacation, even if it's a little road trip. I don't care if you don't have a car and you just want to hop on a bus and you just take a bus in one direction and then take it back in the other direction and just see, see the city, see the town. Just look around. Just feel the energy of the people. This does not mean absorbing their energy. This just means just being amongst others, and stop locking yourself down like, oh my goodness, I'm such a precious rare jewel that I need to keep it locked in a boat. Take yourself out of that boat, honey. What is the purpose of something if it's not meant to be seen? Okay? What is the purpose of something if it's not meant to be seen? Right? Okay. So go ahead with the Four of Pentacles, honey. It's a new dawn. It's a new day. Okay. Spirit wants you to feel good. Okay. I love this card because you know you got the Four of Pentacles. All right. You holding on tight to all your stuff. Notice that it's not even up under his feet anymore, and it's not in front of his chest no more. If he knew that it was one on top of his head, he'd take that one too. He would definitely had took that one up off of his head and had it right there hugging up on it like, you know, it's a baby that he's trying to protect as well. But you have the Four of Pentacles with this image of the death, which is saying reevaluate everything. Reevaluate even your finances. Reevaluate the things that you might have been using as things to cope, or this certain routine that you have where it's like, okay, at this time, such as, you know, the kids, if you have kids, the kids go to school at this time, you know, this happens and everything. Hey, remember, we live in a streaming platform world now. No, everybody is not at the house, in the house at 7 o'clock, waiting for Family Matters to come on, and so they don't miss the episode. You, whatever it is, if you like TV program, it will be there. Okay, it will be there. Get out and live. All right. So here with the Moon and the Chariot, the momentum that you feel that you have, as far as, oh well, you know, I have been living and experiencing life. Spirit said it's been an illusion. You are about to see yourself very differently, and it's coming at the ass end of the read. It's coming at the ass end of the read, which you're gonna see. You're gonna, let me see if I can move this up a little bit. You're gonna be able to see more clearly how much work you put in with yourself based upon how much time you spend in enjoying your energy. Not saying you finna go out and you know what, I'm finna leave for a year and I'm gonna journey around the world. Not necessarily saying that. What Spirit is saying is that when you do go out and about, or you do take on this venture, whether it might be a work venture that you are holding on tightly to, or even this, you know, you being enthusiastic of looking at different ways of forming your business, your career, you know, different things that you want to try. You're going to see how good you are at it. And you're going to ask yourself, why have you been holding yourself back for so long? Because remember, you got the Sun card all the way over here. I got it hidden because the babies ain't got on no clothes. You're going to be able to see yourself in such a different light that it is going to mesmerize even you. That you are going to be in this place that you are going to understand how you have displaced yourself by being so uptight. Remember that don't, okay? That don't. You are going to be able to see that nobody's been holding you back but you, and how you felt that things needed to be placed in order for certain things to happen. Where we want to go? We want to go over here. All right. I'm going to go over here. And I go over here. I want to go over here. You said just these two cards? Okay, fine. It says, let go of your inner thoughts, baby. And it says, consider question comprehensively. So all these, you are afraid and everything, or you're cautious, or you're hesitant. Ask yourself why. Why? Just you and me, girl. Why? Okay. And then it says, it, he, she is not all. Meaning, stop waiting on other people to join you. You want to go to a festival, you got 5 tickets. I don't care if you on your way to the festival and you only need 1 ticket. Bless somebody else with the rest of the tickets. Okay? Bless somebody else. And I'm telling you, if they wind up sitting around you, and they going to appreciate you. They're going to appreciate you. And it says, hope is rising. I thought we was just doing 2 cards. I guess not. All right, another top card, and then we're going to see what's at the bottom of the deck. It says, don't be afraid of the shackles, to break free from the shackles. Don't be afraid of the ideas that you have in your head or that you've seen monologued by the world of how things are supposed to be in order to get there. So long as you're not robbing, stealing, killing, or doing any of those deadly sin things, confirmation, you know that you're good. So then it says, to struggle, this is the time to climb. To struggle, this is the time to climb. So don't wait for yourself to get comfortable. Don't wait for yourself to get comfortable with the idea of this, of whatever and however this resonates for you. Don't wait for yourself to get comfortable with it. You know you're doing no harm to others. You know that you are very responsible. You know how put together you are. And don't wait for this to make sense for you to do it, because it already makes sense. All right. So let go of what needs to be let go of, or else you're going to get caught in the crossfires of you missing plenty of opportunities. All right. Where do we want to go? Okay. We're hovering over here. The hovering hand. All right. So we have pause. What do we have with pause? Pause and forgive. So take a pause and forgive yourself. Once again, have that good cry. Have that good cry, however you need to do it. Hear yourself and forgive yourself for not hearing yourself all the other times that you have did that prayer and that you have allowed that release to come out. Now go live your life, okay? So then you have breathe. We're going to take this, and then we're going to take top and bottom. It says wake. Wake. So wake the hell up. And then at the bottom, calling. At the top, you have unlock. And at the bottom, it's simplicity. Your calling is, honey, live a simple life of abundance. Live a simple life of you being the reason why you are genuinely happy. It's one thing to be happy because you have all the essentials, right? Your bills are paid, you got your toiletries, the lights are on, your kids are happy, your kids are even having the problems that kids have, and you are a good parent to coach them with, or you are a good friend. If you don't have kids, you are a good friend to get advice from. All of those essentials are taken care of. You have done well in those spaces. Now it's time to move to the spaces that you have earned. You worked so hard. Now it's time to play a little bit harder. Okay. Where do we want to go? Top card right here. And it says the runner. Fear of intimacy. You've been running away. You've been afraid to let go of this turmoil. So I'm hearing that you've been doing all this excuse of, oh my goodness, and everything just works out for everybody else. And, no, I don't have time for that. You don't have time because you ain't been making time. So make time for it. Make time for it. Okay, then we get in this one. And it says consumed. Extinguish doubt by having open communication with yourself and with spirit and in your ancestors present, okay? Because they want the truth to come out. They want you to know the truth and see the truth of yourself. They want you to know, okay? And then it says, your life is about to start moving quickly in some areas. Events that seem to have been on hold seemingly propel forward. Move with the flow and be mindful of what needs your attention most. Make decisions rationally, but sensibly. You got that. You got that. You got it. I'm saying, like, if you don't believe in yourself, honey, look, I believe in you. I don't even know you personally. I just know your energy. Okay? I just know your energy. And I'm telling you, you got it. You got it. Get out there. And then it says, the wolf with inner strength. You may be facing a challenge you feel less than prepared for. This is a reminder that you have all the tools in your spiritual treasure chest to handle this effortlessly. Take a step back and try to take a look at it with fresh eyes. So this is also a message of spirit saying that Part of the reason why you haven't, like we said at the beginning, part of the reason why you haven't been able to loosen up is because of how things worked out for you in the past. Get with your inner child, honey. Y'all about to have so much fun. Y'all about to have so much fun. If you got kids, your kids gonna love seeing this side of you. And ooh, visual vanguard. Look at that. And it says it might, okay, it might require multiple trials and error attempts before you desire creation material with love. Let's try that one more time. It might take multiple trials and error attempts before your desired creations materialize. During this process, a significant level of integrity is needed. Mm-hmm. Move beyond mere logic and reason. We said, let go of your logic and your reasoning, honey. You ain't even got to let it go because it's always a part of you. Know that it is always a part of you. This is not a message about you being irresponsible. This is a message of saying, you got this. What the fuck are you, what you waiting? What you waiting? What you waiting? What you waiting? What you waiting for? Who's that? Gwen Stefani? I'm gonna put that down up in the description box. And it says a time to give rather than take. It's a time to give to yourself rather than taking this bull by the horn. Honey, 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 honey. All right, let's get another one. Let's get another one. I'm just pulling. And it says luck is on your side. We just pulling at this point. Just pulling at this point. And it says, oh, pay yourself first. And it says, release resentment about money. Pay yourself first. We're going to read this one because release resentment about money, you already know. Pay yourself first. Make yourself the most important financial obligation by setting aside a portion of your income and time every time you get paid, every time you wake up, honey, every time you live and live and breathing. This loving form of self-care ensures that you'll have saved to invest in your present and your future. Rebels, I love you so much, but let's get you a number. And you got 0606 commitment. Apply honestly and light and apply honesty and light daily is fast track to creating a peaceful and meaningful life. It it's how you find solution and comfort. Okay, release worries about uh, release worries by speaking your true and expressing your emotions regularly. Open up for the best is yet to come. Rebels, I love you, but go make your life do what it needs to, honey. Remember, this is all about you awakening. This is all about you awakening to yourself and how much fun you actually are and stop being so uptight. Okay, you know when to be uptight, you know